now we're getting to the very good part, in my opinion. You're now getting the AT-15, and I really like this gun, or this tank. I think this is the first tank where I'm thinking, it doesn't have a turret, but I love it anyways, and that is pretty insane, if I may say. The cupola gone. There's now this small thing instead, and even though this looks a little bit easy to penetrate, it bounces surprisingly well. Very nice slope there, slope there, slope there, and right here, sloped as well. So if the enemy thinks, hey, I'm just gonna shoot up here, pling, sloped, bounced off. And the gun on this tank, I really like this gun as well, because you've gone from let's get the gun from the earlier tank. 87 point, go. You have two guns to pick between, and I think this is just a quick upgrade. It's the Type B barrel, but it's just like on the IS where you get one gun and then you get another gun, and it's practically the same, just faster reload. But this time we get even better accuracy. We're now down to 0.3. 0.3. It is the same damage, same same damage output, same penetration, but the accuracy and the aiming time is just phenomenal now. It's just amazing, and you'll see in the game that I play why I love this tank. It's just amazing, and let's just roll the clip right now, because yeah, I have nothing more to say about this tank. Let's go indeed. And here is the AT-15's acceleration. As you can see, it is this is the part about the British TDs that I like. It has a top speed of 20, and the engine can support it and get it up to that speed really fast. Here we have another Russian trying out guns. I got this in almost every single game I played on the test server, but it doesn't matter when he doesn't damage you. But the fact that the British TDs have an engine that can get them up to the 20 kilometers an hour really fast is so much more important than having a top speed of something higher and slowly getting up to it, in my opinion. And that's why I like these guys more than the T-28s, for instance. This is getting up to your top speed and just going on, just having speed. This guy has speed. Just look, I didn't move, what, 2 meters, 20 kilometers an hour. If I was in my T-28 prototype or just T-28, I would have been crawling so slow to get over there. But this tank it's really fast. I like this. I like this a lot. And here we see the MX-50B getting in there, doing some damage. Scout tank. I do a little snapshot. But even though it was kind of a snapshot, I still aimed a lot. I didn't aim a lot. Sorry, didn't aim a lot. And hit him with this great fast penetration speed. And again, look at this. Look at that gun traverse. That is insane, and it's a lot. And this will help you do, angle the front of your tank a lot, and being able to bounce stuff. As you can see from the right side of the map, or the people were shooting at me, and there again, the T-29 tried to fire at me. And bounce, because I can angle it without having to risk the fact that I can't shoot at anybody. And here we see the accuracy again, right between the lower chassis of the chassis of the of one of the tanks and his turret. Here we go. He aimed for the bit above my tracks and tried to take me, not take me out, but do a lot of damage. And again, look at this accuracy. Oh, I love it. Really love it. Boom, boom, boom. But I'm thinking, if I just sit here and trade damage, then nothing good will come out of that. And oops, a SU-100Y comes around the corner. The SU-122 fires as well. I get him killed, and the SU-100Y tries to get behind me but doesn't succeed, and because of my great gun traverse, I'm able to kill him before he even gets a shot at me. Great tank model. I really like this model of the tank because, well, the gun traverse and the actually the traverse speed of the tank right here. Just look. T-29 couldn't get over here in time, and now, yeah, okay, he got killed from behind, but never mind that. But I turned fast to kill him, and there didn't need to go all the way around that wreck. I could just get up, just look to the side with my great gun traverse, and boom, killed it, or hit it. And here again, great accuracy, getting the super Pershing right in the face. Again, he just got penetrated 5 times in a row. Why would you peek out again? Why? Why? Anyways, great against the Super Pershing, which has a lot of spaced armor, but you really need to hit it specifically in the face. And here I see that a 100% tank is going for the, I think it's the Ferdinand. Actually, let's check. Check. Yes, Ferdinand's going for it. He could kill in one shot. Let's see if he does. Here, 6 showing his butt to me, and again, already reloaded. Will he show his face again? I think he will. Boom, penetration right in the side, and I don't think he will be peeking out anymore. I don't think he will. I attempt a shot here just, you know, for fun, to see if I could, but I knew I couldn't. So roll a little bit more forward, and he gets hit right there. I think he's going to. I don't think I'm going to kill him. I think the Ferdinand will get him over here. Oh, it's not the Ferdinand, it's AT-15 as well. Great game, and here you will see that you'll see the battle stats for this game, because I really need to save these. And here you will see a new stat, which is the potential damage received, which is a great stat that they've decided to add it. And yeah, it's just great because you can see that I nearly died 5 times my HP, and that's just insane. And that was the AT-15. I really like this tank, and I think you saw why. And we should move on, because that's what we will do. We should. So we do. We move on to the Tortoise. Now this tank, I thought it couldn't get much better from the previous AT-15. I didn't think it was possible, but here we are, and the gun is now bumped up to a tier 10 gun. We have 269 penetration, 400 average damage, 8.45 rate of fire, and then we have the accuracy of 0.31. Aiming time 1.7. This gun is amazing. This gun is amazing. The tank, you might think it's slow, but I don't think it's that slow, and it's not that slow when you think about it. When you look at the other tanks that carry similar guns and stuff like that, it's not that slow in my opinion. And the HP has been bumped up to 2,000 now, and the hull armor front and side is now 225, which is pretty great, because the scouts and stuff like that really have to get all the way around your back to do any real damage. And even the rear has 178 millimeters of armor and slope. So if the enemies aren't aiming well, then they could potentially hit this, plang, bounce off. Again, slope on the top, if you look at it, slope, so if they're aiming for this part and they just hit a little bit wrong, pling, right off. And yeah, let's just jump into to the game as well with this one, because actions speak more than words. So here we go. And here we have the mighty Tortoise. And as you can see, reload speed very fast for something that does 400 damage per shot with 269 penetration per shot. That's a lot. And in the chat people are asking, what amount of HP does a Tortoise have? And it's 2000, of course. And I brought along some premium ammo just in case. Oh, looked at the hill just to see people wanting to go up there and snipe. I don't really know why people would snipe on a test server, because you don't play to win really. You're there to test out stuff. So I don't really know why you would go up there. I hit that one in a pretty silly spot to even attempt. 500 damage, one shot, that's good. And as you can see, the traverse is a little bit smaller than the AT-15, and right there we just ate a Jagdpandaslai. And yep. There again, I aim at the same spot, but this time I penetrated, so I think the shell might have dropped just a little bit to hit him in the. I see medium tanks up on the hill, so I don't push forward that much. Then I see a Jagdtiger up here, and I decide to be a little bit more careful, because there was 3 artilleries in this game as well. And is he silly enough to go out? I ask, and then I say, you just sit there, because the Tiger 2 is currently hitting him. And I move up, get a good shot in, and again T-32 now behind the Tiger 2 kills it. And I move up here to get the Jagdtiger, 500 damage in his face, and I lost a loader, and I thought that I fixed it because, well, I usually do that, but this time I didn't. And because I don't have any consumables with me. As you can see here, Super Pershing is now trying to do some damage to me. He can't. I set him on fire. Tiger 2 hits him as well. And as you can see, even without a loader, the reload speed is still quite good. I thought he was going to be reversing a little bit, so I just aimed behind him, but he stayed put. And then now, instead of just flailing out there with my Tortoise in front of the Jagdtiger, because there's still a artillery left, I decided to go back, because there's a little medium tank down here annoying the tank destroyers down in our base, just sitting down here. And I decided to go and help. Didn't fire there because I didn't think the shot was good enough. Fire there because of the insane accuracy and aim time, so didn't really need it. On the move, it's a very fast tank as well. And here we see a Lorraine trying to escape. Now remember, the Lorraine is pretty fast, but still, with my reload speed, I'm gonna get 2 shots off before it even gets away. And it's aiming for, I think it's trying to get away as fast as possible. But here it comes. The traverse speed, the gun depression on this one is pretty decent, so you can go up a hill and shoot down. And here we see, Lorraine is trying to go for that slope right there, and I have reloaded in time. Yeah, he's just running away, and I decided to go over here and just sit here and wait for it to show. Because of the gun traverse, I can either sit and watch there or over here. And there it came. This is definitely a tank that I'm going to get as fast as possible on the public server. Because this tank, I really like this tank, as well as the AT-15. So there's some tanks that I'm going to get some tank destroyers without turrets that I'm going to love and enjoy. But yeah, let's get back to the garage. Let us move on to this guy, the tier 10 with this gun. Less HP, you're faster, traverse speed is better, front armor pretty damn decent. It'll if you wiggle, this tank will bounce a lot of shells, and you'll see that. You'll see that in game number 2. I will show 2 games because the first one was in a pretty open one and I got killed pretty fast. But as you can see, the accuracy has taken a big hit, and of course it should with such a big gun. And aiming time as well. Rate of fire 2, so you will fire 2 shots per minute. That's 30 seconds waiting after you fire, so you really gotta be careful what you shoot and stick to some allies that can fire faster than you, because you don't want to get caught in the open and by a tank that has a regular rate of fire like 8 or something, then you'll get owned completely. But you can see here the HE damage is 600 greater than the AP. Of course, that is normal, but as you can see, 275 penetration and the same damage as the HE shell. You might think, why is the damage that much greater with premium shells? But here's the catch: it is HE shells. They explode so just like HE. So if you miss, you'll do some damage, and you'll also see that in the game. So it is not all bullshit with this gun. So you shouldn't always load this if you want to do maximum damage. But yeah, let's jump into a game or 2 games with this one. And here we are in the FV215B, and of course the 183 afterwards. If not, then it is the heavy tank. But here I am not so willing to move forward because, well, it is very open over here, and this tank should not be in the open. You can see that I only have, let's count them, 12 shells in this tank. So they don't expect you to be firing a whole lot. Maybe 2 to 3 shells per game, even though that would be a little bit weird. Let's change the minimap so the text is there. But yeah, that is a little bit weird. Here I learned that you have to aim a lot before firing your gun, because that accuracy, horrible, very horrible. Someone else tried to fire at me, same tank, missed, and I move a little bit forward. An MX-50-120 pops up, and I decide to go over the hill. But as you can see, the gun depression is pretty bad. I have to get all the way up in his face, and I do aim a little bit, and then I fire. But again, 1197 damage. That's pretty good damage on one shot. He obviously has no shells in his tank. I decide to try and ram him. He does have some. Okay, and the ramming speed with this tank is obviously horrible. Now here comes the bad part about this tank. Yeah, aiming a lot, tracked him. And I'm pretty much dead because he's an autoloader, and the other dude came for me. Anyways, next match. And that next map is on White Park. And here you see, I try and test out the gun elevation, and it's pretty decent. It's not bad. And I start out this match without thinking that there's artillery in the game. I think that I fire a shot before I think about being artillery in this game. Like, oh yeah, because right now I could have been hit by artillery, I believe. So yep, I back off there. I don't get a shot off before it, but I decide to go up anyway, just to check and see if I can get some shots off on people. There's no one up here, so I decide to, well, move up because there's no one firing. Notice that I have loaded the HE premium shell, the HESH shell, and it is the explosive kind. And as you see, fire. I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him because on the previous game that was close, and so this damage was done by splash. I think I hit directly under him, and yeah, that would be a reason for the high amount of damage, because I probably didn't penetrate anyways. I decide to... Yep, I can see that he's aiming for me, and I can see that I'm aiming for him, so... He hits me, and I hit him. He hits a very low roll, and I hit a very, well, average roll. And the rest of the guys kill him, because he has too little HP left after my shell to his face. With this many people in my back, I decide to push forward, because thinking like, it'll make them push forward as well. And it does. And I'm moving down here. And in just a little bit, you'll see the capabilities this tank has of, you know, wiggling, playing, and I wiggle to the right, playing, and I wiggle to the left. Lost the track and got damaged, but still, he bounced 2 shells, which could have would have been dead if he had penetrated those. This tank isn't that insanely armored. It is armored, but it's not insanely armored. So as you can see, the gun traverse is insanely wide, but it's not as wide as the T28 prototype. I totally forget about the dude being behind me, right down there, and yeah, you see him pop up there. Right now he's aiming for me and shoots me, and he's a sneaky little thing, and I typed that in the chat. And yep, that is it, guys, for this tank. It's a decent tank, not one I'll be going for because, well, it is just all about alpha damage. I might get it eventually, but that's about it. And that was the last tank in the French. Here I go again with the French. With the British TDs. And apart from the missing Churchill gun carrier, which we will get to in the next video, where I will also be looking at this, the SU-100Y. So hang tight, it'll be out tomorrow.